this lady who is dedicated to her job. And MEC ngifisa nje ukuthi uqinisekise ukuthi the lady that you are sitting next to her is a very dedicated lady and who works tirelessly. And she is yabona umuntu ongasabi lutho akasabi empini ngisho bamvusa ukuthi naye bisaya ushona khona akahleli. And what I like about her, she wants abantu abajani abasebenzayo. Uma kungazwani nokusebenza uyakutshela nje la emehlweni ukuthi hlanganisa umsebenzi. Uma ungafuni ukwenza lo msebenzi kuzofanele sihlukane. So it's the lady of ukuthi uziqhenye naye uma ngabe uhamba naye umusho ukuthi lo uma ngabe ekhona yonke into izokwenzeka. Uma ngabe sesibonayo ngathi ukuthi sisixakile ingasiphethe nakhona sisi sekunje ubala lo mntana khathaza ubala wena ilula lonto lizokwenzeka nje. Kuningi nje engakusho ngaye lo mntana wakwaNgubu MEC umntwana nje wakwaNgubu ozalwa la eJolvet khona la iherikwana onakekela umsebenzi owuthanda umsebenzi wakhe ngaso sonke isikhathi uhlezi ufuna into enhle into embi nje angizwani nayo. So abangamazi ngikhuluma ngobathobile Elizabeth Ngubo kuno lapho sembhekileke ingane yami ubona ikhona phakathi kwethu isibhekile ukuthi awukwazi washo kahle umdlane wethu ukhansela Ngubo ingane yami ngajabula naye mamncane umdlane wabo akekho ongamazi uma ngabe kukhona umuntu la eHerikwana uzakamazi uthobile ime yaseFlebezo usuke ngayena waseHerikwana usuke ukufika ngoba la eHerikwana lonke uyaziwa igama lakhe. Yabonga speaker womkhandlu.
Balibongwe abakhosikazi wathinta abafazi wathinta imbokodo wathinta abafazi.
Thank you so much. We now call upon my worship Mayor to introduce the guests.
Honorable Speaker of Council, Councillor Tia, Member of Executive Committee, Deputy Mayor, Councillor Mia, Whip of Council, Okona, Councillor Mputwane, Councillor Wonke, Kosi, distinguished guest, MEC of Doctor, Member of Ward Committee, and all other guests present. My one is just short, is here to introduce the political side which are present. Mhlawumbe speaker siyafuna ukusho ukuthi mhlawumbe sibonge kuqala for the presence of the political leadership ekhona namhlanje in this gathering. Speaker, without wasting your time, here in Vili we got the member of Executive Committee, MEC, Deputy Mayor, Councillor ZL Mia, the Executive Committee member, Councillor CL Tabeni, Ingalabutho yethu, Mama Utabeni, our Executive member, Councillor Uzondi, one of our executive member, Councillor GJ Ngongo, our executive member, also present. Also, MEC, please note that the executive committee is all females, shared by the mayor as a female.
Malibongwe! Malibongwe! Akhona amakhosikazi? Malibongwe!
Thank you, Speaker. MEC, I also want to introduce the member of the Finance Committee. Umsebenzi wawo lo ozokwenzeka namhlanje, which is our main item to present the original budget, which will be presented by the mayor. Mayor as the chairperson of the Finance Committee, then the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Umia, Councillor Dabeni, and Councillor Zata. Also all females. They've crafted this budget. Thank you. Of course, from the administration side, led by our CFO, Ms. Sikat, our beautiful CFO. As Speaker, I want to proceed with us today. We got Mayor Kokstad, Greater Kokstad Municipality, Honorable Luanda Matigizela. Kalelitike is the mayor of Amasgrekwa, Namakoisa, Namakilikwa. All those fall under. Thank you, Councillor Matigizela. Other mayors, we also have Mayor District with us, our forefather. He's Ubabomdala Walaikai. Yes, we have that Ubabomdala. Agakoro Gamas. ETJ DSV. I don't want even to introduce him. He's the chairperson of this region. He's leading all the mayors and all the development in Zavalayo is under his head in Herikwala as a whole. Congratulations for winning Umzimkulu 112 Councillor Miman. Everyone knows this speaker. We are Tinas now, we are politicians here. That's why we are here. So congratulations, that. Councillor Swidege, Mayor or Mayor. That's how I can introduce him. With us, we got to MEC of Corporate Governance and Traditional Affairs, Umama. Umastole Modoi. He's been in the ranks of the African National Congress. He's still serving in the PEC of the ALC as a PWC member. He's been the MEC of Agriculture. He's been the MEC. I can't even count. I think Walker Department is been there in the legislature with province Zulu Natal. So he input yakhe ba sibukela bona abakwenzayo ekutheni amakhosikazi mebekiwe nikeziwe umsebenzi awenze mengabe njengamanje he was acting with MEC of Art and Culture and bekwenza nje kahle kakhulu. So thank you very much MEC ngokukhola bakho on this gathering. MEC Ukhoza, she was with us this morning. Like Kaya is to Mankinga or Gelankinga. MEC of Social Development in KwaZulu Natal Province. MEC with us, we've got Amakosi, who sit in this council. Ukosi Lapaya Ukudash. Kosia Laikaya. We are status. We MEC are services to put in the time. amakhosi akho abamadala kunomasipala. Sivume sithi siyazi oNdabezitha thina singamakhansela sisebenze endaweni zamakhosi. Siyabonga kaQulashi. Ndabezitha Nkosi yaSembo le ebudadeni ukhona phakathi kwethu Nkosi Mkhize. Speaker, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you so much, Mamet for the introductions. We now are going to allow MM to do the introductions on the part of the administration.
Thank you once more. It's an opportunity, a great honor for me to be given this opportunity, which I take with both hands. I've been asked to introduce, I was away to Islam Party. Let me, in no particular order, start with Abasekaya. Then females, the management UBuhlebezwe is mainly female. We have CFO Usisi, Usiasanga. He asked about Usiasanga, put it somewhere. CFO is a female, young, and very talented, and very committed to her work. Thank you so much, CFO. Thank you so much. We have next to her uphindile uSwazi omqondisi wabandaba zabantu, Mr. Swazi, Director of Corporate Services. Siyabonga kakhulu. Siphinde sibe nomqondisi wakwa-Social Development, umama uNtata Mohawu. Siyabonga. Bese siba I am not too sure between Sonia and Mohawu, but there's a gentleman who's an introducer. Very dedicated. Undonga, Kwanas. Shamas. Kuna directive that you speak at Asubunga Shamas. Then we have got I'm a manager reporting to directors. Let's start and tell you what's submission in our business. Now, 40, you will notice, Umuti, I'm a female, I'm a nigga. Couldn't see what it is between Miss Khoza no Miss Mkhize. Usibonele uMathendwa. Usibonele uMathendwa led a very dedicated team that had to work extra hours, day and night, raining or not, to work through what is going to be seen today as an official document. The officer ukuthi asume team yakhe la BHO the crafted document. BHO team. So, I will tell you that about. It's never easy, but it did it. Then, Bokulu Ustoba, inviting your chance, Speaker, allow me to proceed and introduce Umqali Wendlela. When this was conceived in my other life, I said jokingly, it's state of the art. And you see people say, you know, it's called state of the art. And that is how the name was coined, and it is going around. It is indeed state of the art. Baba, Kamakhulu Arsenal. Welcome.
Zambula.
Next to him is Ubaba Umangete, Utosho, Uzwane, MM, Greater Kokstad, Utosho. We are honored also, to have among us a delegation, this committed team that, as from Monday, kept on checking us in terms of our readiness, in terms of this particular function. A team from Cocta. We have seen two very committed ladies, Umama Barbara Puccini, Nabona Usisnontlanta, Samisa Pate Koka. We come a long way in the buses. Then, in our mayor's introductory remarks, she made mention of the presence of a very important family in this municipality, Omdlo or Kungula. We are indeed honored and feel most privileged to have our Fuetu and with the way to our Kungula. There is history of our Kungula and as a South Africa together. Omdlo. Then we have a gentleman, Escadille, Nede Escadille. Ubaba Utsapo, no Tadewetu, are risk and APEC chairpersons respectively, and Batazan was Payabuga Mutuezela. We are indeed honored. Your presence here was a lot. Please tell us the Super. All star, yeah. Thank you so much. Then we move in our engagement and want to introduce Ubaba Mzuli, BH Mzuli. He has been with us. Baba. Then next to Ubaba Mzuli, Kwelen Osazana, former, I can say former now, former director of Seherigwala district, Wetura, who deputy mayor. I am told she has just been appointed by the NEC to be chief director, curriculum management. I'm so jealous. We also have, without any waste of time, Ubaba wethu ungunduna, Ubaba uthi Chiliza, ambassador, His Excellency. Babu Chiliza, ndicela ubone imisebenzi yakho. Then we have abantu who are very important, our ward support clerks. Ordinarily, chairperson where APEC, this meeting is held in one of the halls. But we decided to hold it here so that it will coincide with the official opinion of this particular meeting. We then felt it correct to have our ward support clerks, those young men and women who are outdoor in Makazeli. So tell them they are very important. Part two again, senior Gobelfane Mkiza before the process. Mkiza from the guest coming, Salon Kabazi. Part two ndiyafisa mameya ukubonga futhi ngethule i-team corporate services ebusy nayo yonke i-paperwork on this matter. We had a project manager wethu from Burkina Faso, Miss Sonia Adams. Well done, Sonia, for hard work. because the team we are in of young women, and those also volunteers and trusting members who were roped in to assist this. It became a team effort. Last but not least, start or session, some of them set up in getting a foot get tool, it team is home. This is a Puma TV. I think that's how far I can go. Some long the savings to one and the other.
Thank you so much. We now move to item number 8, which are the announcements. I have none on my part. I think there's also none on the part of the municipality. Thank you very much. Let's now move to item number 9, declaration of credibility of the information. Over to you, Emma.
Once more, so long. Declaration of credibility of information. I am in Kize as the accounting officer of UBuhlebezwe Municipality, do hereby declare that, according to my opinion, the information contained within the reports attached here to and tabled to the Council of the 25th of May 2023 is credible and plausible. Without taking away the principle of credibility, the report presented is not insubstantiable of any margin of error. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kawazela. Before we proceed, there is an announcement actually, Kawazela. The motor NIX 12904 A Cruise. Ngathi ibloke indlela lapha siyacela nje kanti mangenzeka umnikazi just anikeze nje knowledge is key. Knowledge ke siyamthemba kakhulu like ayikho inkinga engenzeka. Thank you very much. I think we're sorted. We now move to the items. We are at this stage going to call upon Her Worship the Mayor to ascend the podium and give us on item 10.1, which is the report on the 2023-24 IDP, SDP, SDF and Housing Sector Plan. Over to you, Your Worship.
Thank you, the Speaker. Mine is to greet you, greet all councillors, Amakosi, all our distinguished guests. Speaker, I'm here to present our first item, which is the report on the 2023-2024 IDP, SDP, SDF and Housing Sector Plan. Speaker, I won't dwell much on this item. We've been in the strategic planning and we spent a lot of time looking on our IDP, SDP, SDF and Housing Sector Plan. We deliberated on this item. Speaker, if I can also remind our council, is that the draft was also tabled for this item. And it was adopted by this council, hence it was taken to our strategic planning for more deliberation and also the input by our community. We've also done our duty as I we have started this on the 17th. We have started this on the 17th as Muganazo, cluster 1 on the 17th, cluster 2 on the 18th, cluster 3 on the 19th, and in the afternoon, sasesiya kuma-ratepayers meeting. We have even met also with Amakosi in the district level, taking our IDP, SDF, and housing sector. So, Speaker, that's why we are taking this item as Muthetho Usho for this council to adopt. So, Speaker, I also want to draw the attention of this council on page 3, where the MEC comments on our IDP SDB. The MEC has commented on the KPA on the assessment of our draft IDP and SDP on the KPA of financial viability and management. He commented there are only 4 comments that he comments on the issue of rollover, as our councillor can see. Also on our procurement plan update, she also comments on the bad debt provision that needs to be disclosed. He also commented on the audit improvement plan, which we have already submitted and attached. On the KPA of municipal transformation, our MC didn't have any comment. It was well done. KPA due on good governance, we also have 4 comments on that one. One was around the municipal services to improve, that has been identified. Indeed, in our project and services that have been identified, our councillors know we got those strategic points like your improvement of our workforce state. We do have your CRU project. Remember, we spoke about those projects which are especially a revenue enhancement project. We also, MEC commented on the limited information on the war rooms which we have provided, and the DDM, IGR reference, like I've said, on the issue of engagement with Amakosi. We have done that on the district level, which is our DDM, with all other municipalities, because we are trying to cover that part. On the format of the IDP, how it's been structured, the MEC has also commented on that one. On the issue of disaster management, remember, our councillor, we spoke about in length with strategic planning on the issue of disaster management. So the MEC has commented that we need to amend our, on the District Management Amendment Act, need to be included in our IDP, which we have done that. Also the disaster management and fire services to be included on our SDP. We have done that as well. So the Speaker, we on the KPA of the performance management, there was no comments on that one. On the spatial development, there was some few emphasis on our SDF. On local economic development, you can look on page 14. Councillors, they know that the MEC commented on the review of our LED strategies. So, Speaker, this 2023-2024 IDP, SDP, SDF and housing sector plan, we start from page 2 to page 600, is tabled here to this council for noting and also adoption. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors to propose the noting and adoption of the report. Councillor Shanga.
Speaker. Speaker, njengoba mesichazile nje ukuthi hayi yakhulunywa lento kakhulu kwi-strategic planning, so esingathuka uma ukuthi khona ikhansela elithi aliyazi le ndaba. Ngizocela ukhansela ukuthi ikhansela ukuthi siyinote report ebese siyayadoptha i-2023-2024 IDP, SDP, IP, SDF and housing sector plan. Yebo.
Thank you, Councillor Shanga. Any second? Councillor Msom. Thank you so much, Mdai. The report has been noted and adopted by the Council. We now move to the next item, which is item 10.2, the report on the third quarter PMS for the period of 2022-2023. Over to you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. The next item, which start from page 601 to 620, which is the report of the third order performance management system, PMS. This report, Speaker, every order, the report target, target, lauga diswassetile, SDB, so this is the report, Speaker, that we are tabling to this council. Remember, that order start from January to end of March. That is the third quarter that is what we are reporting. So, Speaker, on the target, we had the 103 targets, total of 103 targets. We have achieved 100 targets. We didn't achieve the 3. So, Speaker, the three target that we didn't achieve. One was on the issue of e-requisition that were not signed. Remember, the Speaker, we have reported in Makansela Uti, there was a problem with our systems during that time, and also we couldn't done it in time. It was supposed to be done in January, but we only managed to do it in March and April. So the second one is one on the reconciliation, which were done late also. This was due of the projects that were not paid because of this system also. So that's why it was done late late in March and April also. Also, there was a late of the appointment of the service provider on the FEM processes. There was that delay. We even called a special meeting because of the issue of the triple P issues and BEE policy that was taken to court. Amakhansela azokhumbula ukuthi kwafanele kulungiswe umthetho wokuthenga nokuqasha ama-service provider azokwenza umsebenzi. So remember, there was that delay kungaphumi umthetho ukuthi ufanalayo. So everything yayihlangene ne-procurement yayingadinisiwe. So it was that delay. So Speaker, we are tabling this item to council for noting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors to propose the noting of the report. Councillor Nzolweni.
Ngibonge isibongo ngibingelela uMaNgasekho, ngibingelela uMeya waseBuhlebezwe, ngibingelela uMeya waseHelgwara, ngibingelela esikhomeni, ngibingelela uWibu, ngibingelela uMM waseBuhlebezwe, uMM waseHelgwara, ngikhahlele emakhosini, ngibingelela amakhansela wonke namabhesi wonke esinabo. Ngisukuma nokuthi nginxenxe lekhansela ukuthi approve let's say uMongameli asetshenzisile njengoba njalo njengoba singexoxa isikhathi eside kwi-special meeting. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you, Councillor Mzolweni. Any seconder? Councillor Malema.
Thank you, Speaker. Ngibingelele Speaker, ngibingelele Mama Mayor, Deputy Mayor, ESCO members, ngibingelele kumakhansela ewonke ahlala koNdabezitha, ubaba wethu District Mayor, nawo wonke izimaya ezikhona, ngibingelele ku-MM kanye nabo bonke MM kakhulu district nama-officials ewonke, sibingelele kuma-WhatsApp clerk, sibingelele nabo kwa-directors bonke.
Thank you, Councillor Malimela. The report has been duly noted by Council. We now move to the next item, which is item 10.3, the report on section 54A, Manager's Performance Agreements for 2023-24 financial year. Over to you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. This is the next item, which is the report on the section 54A 56 Managers Performance Agreement for 2023-2024 financial year. This item starts from page 621 to page 745. Speaker, siyakhumbula sonke ukuthi thina UBuhlebezwe wonke ama section 54A 56 managers are under the performance agreement. Sinalo managers, all our directors and also the municipal manager. So that's why we are taking this performance agreement for managers. We want an agreement so this is the for the coming financial year, which will start from the 1st of July 2023 to the 30th of June 2024. So Speaker, those are the agreement for the MM, which is the ME, and also the agreement for Ms. Sichata, which is our CFO, agreement for Ms. Mohau, which is our Director of Social Development, and also for Director of Corporate Services, which is Ms. Luswazi, and also the performance agreement for Ms. SB Panazi, which is our IDP Director. So those are the agreements that we are tabling here for this council to note and also to approve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now call upon hands from councillors to propose the noting of the report. Councillor Mbata.
Thank you, Sumlo. Ambigalele Speaker. Kibigalele o District Mayor. Kibigalele Zonke Mayors locally. Kibigalele Deputy Mayor. Council Whip, MPC, Amakosi. Kibigalele MM, Ama Official. Wonke namagesti akhona namhlanje la asivakashele. Ngiphakama Sumlo nomnyango le-councillor oba sinote siphinde approve section 54A, the 56 performance agreement for 2023 to 2024 financial year for onward submission to all relevant stakeholders. I thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mbata. Any seconder? Councillor Mzulu.
Ngibonge Speaker noma ngisabingelele ngicela ukusukuma ngikusekela uMr. Watfield.
Thank you, Councillor Mzulweni. We now move to the next item, which is item 10.4, report to Council on the reviewed 2023-24 UBuhlebezwe Service Delivery Charter and Standards. Over to you, Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. This item, which is a 10.4 item on the report to Council on the review of 2023-2024 UBuhlebezwe Service Delivery Charter and Standards. We start from page 746 to page 756. Speaker, remember the charter. The charter is one of our main documents which we also take to our communities. Siyosho ukuthi into ethize sizoyenza
Thank you, Your Worship. And we now invite hands from councillors. Councillor Malimela.
Thank you, Speaker. In the Panama, Noguchi, ngicela i-council ukuthi inote and adopt lama changes made on reviewed on 2023 to 2024 service delivery charter and standard. Iphinde adopt review service delivery charter and the standard also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councillor Malimela. Councillor Ngiti.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Speaker. Ngiyabingelela Mayor, Deputy Mayor. Amalungu esiwakhona abahlonishwa aya we-district uMkhandlu Bizwe. Manager we-district okhona mfowethu. Abahlonishwa bonke amakhansela akhona. Siyabulela enkosini yaseNdlunkulu. Siyabulela kuwe manager president. Exibalala. Isonto somlomo. Ngijabula nje ukuthola ithuba. Emva kweminyaka eminingi lapho. Ngiyabonga ukuthi speakers list ushiyekile. Ngiyabongela futhi ukuthi ugqoke kahle somlomo nomela wokuthi awubheke. Angihluli kwe akwami sinema bambu. Nobele sesiphiya somlomo uhluphiya ngithatha ithuba usekelelanga umhlonishwa lobizo wami lokhu asekuthe wasumusa siyile hluphekile ukuthi njengoba esekhulumile sikwazi ukushaya eceleni mawakho izinto ezihlangana sokususa nje umsindo ngelinye
Siyathokoza Hlomo. Thank you so much. We'll now move to the next item, which is item 10.5, the report on 2023-24 original budgets. Over to you, Your Worship.
Speaker of Council, this report is our main item of today's gathering to the tabling of our 2023-2024 budget of today's. So the purpose of this is to approve. Speaker gets the which is our Municipal Finance Management kubalulekile ukuthi why we are gathered in this chamber, in this beautiful chamber today. Ingoba some African people and some African leaders, they fought, balwa, belwela ekutheni sihlale kanjeni. Sihlale siyihlanga esihlukene. Sikhulume indaba zethu. Balwa futhi ekutheni singama-Afrika sikwazi ukukhuluma nendaba zethu zase-Afrika. So kubalulekile ukuthi lo suku lanamhlanje silidedicate kubona our former leaders. Kubalulekile ukuthi lo suku lwanamhlanje silicelebrate for everyone in Africa, not only to us as South Africans. Honorable Speaker, this also top class council chamber is registering the history of UBuhlebezwe community, that's why we have reminded our communities about the history of UBuhlebezwe, which is our dead blood. The leadership that has been here in this municipality, from the Itobo Health Committee to the new dispensations, indeed this is history making. Indeed, the building deserves a change of name, as our community requested, that we change our municipal name to General Johannes Kumani Passport Pungula Municipality, known as JPP Municipality. That's why we are saying thank you to the family, to the Pungula family, for being part of this gathering today, because umndeni usivume. So we are just waiting for our government process to be finished. But soon, or not later, this municipality will be named after our hero, which is General Passport Pungula. Speaker, I would also, please also allow me to remind this gathering that abantu abafana nabo General Passport Pungula that were standing here ibona abantu abafana no General Passport Pungula abantu ababanga ukuthi sikwazi namhlanje ukukhuluma ngogesi, sikwazi ukukhuluma ngamanzi, sikwazi ukukhuluma ngezindlu, sikwazi ukuthi ingane yomuntu omnyama ilale ishile through different grants and programs like your CSG, your school nutrition program. Ingane yomuntu omnyama ikwazi ukuphuma nezipho e-university ngaphandle kokukhokha isenti. It is through their sacrifice that we are here today to continue the race that has been started. So that's why we are here today. So it is because of their spiritual motivation that earlier this year, this council agreed that this year it would be a year of doing more and better. We also agreed that we'll be focusing on developing our community's moral. So that's why in this budget that I'll be taking today, you will see that we have put more effort and more funds in the programs of community building and so moral regeneration programs. Programs like Vuga Roboto, ECD programs, youth programs, and also skills development programs. Honorable Speaker, the municipality will also continue on the program of installation of our high-mast lights in our rural wards. As this program is targeting on reducing crime in our rural areas, ama-lights-ke ayingxenye yohlelo lokuvikela abantu besifazane, abantu abadala, abantwana, nabantu abaphila nokukhubazeka ekutheni kwehle ubugebengu emakhaya. We have already installed them at Ward 1, Ward 6, Ward 7, Ward 9, Ward 10, Ward 11, and Ward 14. This coming financial year, we'll continue with installation of our high master to Ward 3, Ward 5, and Ward 12. Honorable Speaker, we are also very pleased that we have seen a little increase in our grants allocation. We have shifted from a total budget of 254 million to 270 million, which our operational budget is 211. Our capital budget will be sitting at 59 million. Remember, in the last financial year, we were sitting at 50 million. So we are also very pleased that we've seen an increase in our allocation that has been given. In our equitable share, we are up by 7 million, which is that means we can even do more. Our electrification, we are over the moon. That we have seen an increase of 14 million in our allocation of AIN. So that means we'll reach more people. We are about to cover our wards with this program. On our financial management grant, there was no increase on that one. On our EPWP, we are also seeing our allocation going up by 5.5 million. Speaker, our MIG grant, we have seen an increase of 9 million. Shambe siyafuna ukusho, Honorable Speaker, that lama allocation by being a little bit up than the previous financial year is because of umsebenzi siwenzayo ngoba i-grant akwazi ukuthi uthole i-grant ithe xaxa ungasebenzi ngokwanele. Speaker, we also got a LED grant from Department of ATA of 2 million on the 2 financial year, which is this current financial year of 2022-2023, and also on the next financial year, which is 2023-2024, 2 million on the both years. Speaker, I also want to draw the attention of this council on page 765, where it talks about how this budget was done. If you also, Speaker, this council also, I want to also draw the attention of this council to page 768, which talks about our operating revenue framework that we have used on this crafting this budget. Speaker, page okay, page 771, it talks about our property rates revenue, which is from 24 million to 52 million. The new evaluation rod also has introduced new properties such as your Mariadan and your Maya. We spoke about this in the Finance Committee and also in the Executive Committee. And also we have seen that there is also an increase of 5% that we spoke about, and we have paid to our communities. Speaker, on page 772 is our summary of our property rates calculation, how it was done, our refuse and service charges, also on page 772. Those on page 773, lapha-ke khuluma ukuthi obani laba abakhokhayo. Like on the first category, sikhuluma ngama household Stewartstown, which is your in-town, household at Fairview. As household in Stewartstown, monthly, it should be a fee of 167 rand 16 cents. Household in Fairview, 50 rand. On business refuse collection is on the big skip bill 3,352 rand 84 cents. On business, on a small business, so those are small skip bills, which is calculated to 1,150 rand and 38 cents with the 5% increase. The fire service is still at 8 rand 61 a month. That is the rate that you are adding on. Remember, ukuthi senzela ukuthi mengabe khona into eshayo ivele i-fire service yethu iye emphakathini. Honorable Speaker, on page 780 is talk about our expenditure on allocation. allocation and grant programs, like your local financial management grant. That's how we split it, which calculates to 1.9 million. Our library and cyber grant, abanye babonile ukuthi kule nyanga kule nsuku ezidlule kade siyonikezela ama-certificate kubantwana kade besizakala lapha e-library nge-computer. So this is the grant, that's how we allocate it. Also on EPWP, like I've said, we'll be doing skills and training and development of our EPWP, hence this is 9 months. But remember, the EPWP, EPWP, eyokuthi kuvele namathuba emisebenzi kakhulukazi endaweni ezisemakhaya ezizofika kakhulu. So we'll see the split ezokwenzeka ku-EPWP in terms of labantu abazosizakala ngamathuba emisebenzi. So, Speaker, on our electrification programs, we'll be doing Iwanoti Phase 3 in Ward 7. We'll also be doing Inoweta extension in Ward 11, Istabili extension in Ward 8. We'll be doing Ama connection in Marietta Mandilini. We'll be doing Ama extension Exhibini Mashageli Tagama in Ward 2 and Ward 3. We'll be also electrifying the high flats. Remember ukuthi lapha high class is nama informal settlement. Since uhlelo lungakabi on advanced stage in terms of ekwakhele laba abantu, so we'll be electrifying the high class. We'll be also electrifying the Mashumi in Ward 13. Speaker, those are the summaries of our budget also. So, Speaker, siyajabula ukusho ukuthi enye yezinto esiyi-emphasizayo in this budget is that abantu bakithi siyabancane futhi ekutheni bawakhokhela ama-services, especially those who are ratepayers, so that sizokwazi ukuthi siqhubeke nama-project esiwenzayo. Like Speaker, our programs, we are also committed as this council that the program efana nokuba ukwenza umgaqo at least owodwa of i-black will continue with that program. So, Speaker, in that note, give me la about the council today ukubanqenqa ekutheni bayithathe the budget as the official document that will be using from the 1st of July 2023 to the 30th of June 2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors to propose the approval of the budget. Councillor Zata.
Ibonge Sublomo, ibingelele wena, ibingelele u-MEC Honorable Mama Soli Muloi Eseneseko, ibingelele uMameya Ibwengubo, ibingelele u-District Mayor Babuzwide, ibingelele uMeya wase-Kokstad, ibingelele u-Deputy Mayor Mameya, ama-ex-members kakhona ngiyabingelela, ibingelele Council Whip, ibingelele Mpethe, ibingelele amakhosi wonke akhona, ibingelele amakhansela wonke, ibingelele u-MM ne-management yonke, ibingelele ama-guest wonke asivakashile, sanibona nekuseni. Mhlawumbe umuntu angaqala bonke i-speech esenziwa uMameya, siyabonga mama wethu one-Africa Day, ume njalo nje mamncane. Iphakama nokucela i-council ukuthi i-approve the original budget for 2023-2024 financial year for onward submission to national and provincial treasurer as well as to the communities. Ngiyabonga Sundolo.
Thank you, Councillor Zata. Any seconder? Councillor Mbati.
Thank you, Sundolo. All the protocol observed. Department, Secretary, Councillor Zata, thank you.
Thank you so much. There's a hand, Councillor Tria.
Thank you, Sundolo. Please allow me to say all protocol observed. I will repeat what I said. I still don't believe that the way we analyze our society is perfectly correct. But as Ma'am Mayor said, I also acknowledge this need of infrastructure. But I will still repeat the fact that the division that we see in our society is not caused by our diversity or our culture or religion or anything. The division is just between those who cherish the democracy and those who don't. People out there are not working and they are not happy as these people that you see here. If you compare them with people out there, you realize that there is a very big gap. People are not happy. So Ma'am Mayor, in the swing countries in this situation of our people, one not working. I can see that you are trying by all means to meet them halfway. But this thing of our department will keep on hiring people from outside of our boundaries to come here and do the same job that our youth or our people can do. At DOT it's happening today, every day. If the management, let me say the office areas of our municipality can talk to this official, the fact that you hire a manager at DOT and the manager goes to Petermaritzburg and hire people from Petermaritzburg, that must stop. In this legal budget that we have, we must cater for our people. I'm not saying we must not hire anyone from outside, but we must make sure that the priority is about the people of UBuhlebezwe. The officials must stop to go and collect people from outside our boundaries to come and do the job that our people can do here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I think the comment is noted. We now move to the next item, which is item 10.6, the report on the 2023-24 budget-related policies. Over to you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. Before Speaker, I proceed, please allow me to little touch on what Councillor Priya has alluded on. Kule issue yokuthi abantu abasebenzi. It is iqiniso ekutheni the bigger percentage of abantu abanamsebenzi. Hence, ingakho silomasipala sisebenza kanzima ekutheni siletha ama-programs, sinxenxe ama-department thina si-assiste ngama-programs afana no-EPWP. Njalo ngisho nje ekutheni kulo nyaka zimali sibonile kunabantu abathe xaxa abazothola mhlambe amathuba omsebenzi mhlambe for that 1 year ongenayo. And also remember ukuthi ngenkathi sikhuluma ngama-grant, there is that LED grant also la esi-assistwa khona u-Department of Asia ekutheni sikwazi ukuthi abantu basizakala bazisize bona, because lo hulumeni uhlezi banxenxa imiphakathi ekutheni siyafisa ekutheni abantu baqhamuke nento abangakwazi ukuthi bazisize ngayo, and then uhulumeni akwazi ukusiza. Ugovernment wethu also, I was speaking with our LED manager yesterday about Operation Vula. If unikhumbula kahle, we're very sharp ngenkathi siya road shows about into Operation Vula. And sabe sabathembisa ukuthi abantu ekutheni once amafomu aphuma, once that program isikhona, because isirelexiwe, so that wonke umuntu even ongenayo lesa-certificate kodwa khona kwenzayo akwazi ukusizakala. That's what I was saying in my community. So I was speaking with our LED and ama-forms aphumile, and abantu kubalulekile ukuthi sibanxenxe ekutheni bazisebenze bakwazi ukuthi basizakala. Kodwa-ke khona isisho sesiZulu Speaker esithi ubamba ezingelayo. In terms of eqasheni ama-service provider from outside, remember ukuthi sinomthetho osigayidayo as uhulumeni ekutheni okokuqala into yasibeka la lesikhona njengamanje eyokuthi kubalulekile ukuthi siqede ubandlululo. Ubandlululo-ke akhulunywa ngobandlululo oluphakathi komuntu omnyama nomuntu omhlophe, kepha kukhulunywa even ekubandlululekeni ekutheni izinto zenzeke ngendlela efanayo. So savumelana when we also adopted the Bill of Rights. We said wonke umuntu la eSouth Africa akukho umuntu oyophinde avunyelwe ukuhlala la engathandi khona ngoba ephoqwa uhulumeni. Umuntu ohlala lethanda khona, umuntu osebenza lethanda khona as a South African, umuntu futhi uyothola umsebenzi noma yilaphi. Umuntu la eSouth Africa uyoba nelungelo le-freedom of movement. So it is based on those Bill of Rights. Ekutheni namhlanje sine-procurement policy esivumelayo ekutheni everyone in South Africa unelungelo lokuthi athendarishe lethanda khona, asebenze lethanda khona. Angithi-ke Mbizweni, njengamanje sinabantu bakithi abasebenza eGoli, sinabantu bakithi abasebenza eThekwini. So mengase kuvunywa ukuthi kushawe lo mthetho njengoba la singenalo nanedolobha elikhulu, kusho ukuthi zonke khona-ke isisho esishiwo-ke speaker, please mind this, inkampani nenkampani alidla umnyundo kaze ngathi mengase kuthiwe akuvunyelwe leso sithi kusho ukuthi amankampani akithi angabuya wonke siwabone ehleli la eqolo isizulu-ke leso. So honorable speaker, bengithi angene nje kancane kule matter ukuthi umthetho and yona nto esasilwela le yokuthi singabandlululeki eThekwini yitheku lethu. Honorable Speaker, the next item, which is item 10.6, that from page 801 to 882, which is the report on the 2023-2024 budget-related policy. Amakhansela-ke azokhumbula ukuthi we also deliberated on these policies which are budget-related. The one policy that we spoke about was the environment policy. Environment policy, this is the policy that we But Speaker, the environment policy, the one emphasis is that the environment should not be more than 5% of the budget. So that is the emphasis of the environment policy. The environment policy is to move a fund from one vote to another vote. So that is the environment policy. That we spoke about members in our strategic planning. We also spoke about our rate policy. The change in our rate policy, remember, Uguti, in the original budget, I did mention that our rate, our tariff has been up by 5%. That's what we have agreed, and that's what we have agreed even with our communities. So, Speaker, that is the emphasis on our rate policy. The emphasis on our credit control and debt collection policy is that, remember, there was time that we said, especially during the COVID, I guess the men who charge on our outstanding debt, charge the interest. But we are introducing that interest, which is of 1% of our total overdue account. Remember, because Remember, sivumelene futhi as this council ukuthi sizokwenza konke singasesikwenze kulo nyaka zimali ekutheni sibe nama-program which are revenue enhancement programs. On our inventory policy, we have also without changes was our budget policy, SCM policy. Remember, we have just adjusted our SCM policy after that announcement by our National Treasury. Asset management policy, there was no change. Banking and investment policy, there was no change. Bad debt, written off and provision for bad debt policy. Contract management, asset disposal policy. Funding and reserve policy, general rate of refuse. So, Speaker, I'm tabling these policies to this council for this council to approve as the document that we will be using in the 2023-2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I now invite hands from councillors. Councillor Sham.
Good morning, Speaker. Speaker, the council was approved our 2023-2024 budget policies. Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Sham. Any second? Councillor Ngo.
Morning, Speaker. UBuhlebezwe buena. UBuhlebezwe umama umayor, deputy mayor. UBuhlebezwe baba uMkhakha. UBuhlebezwe ama-guests wonke akhona phakathi kwethu. UBuhlebezwe oza kwethu amakhansela wonke. Ngiphakama nokusekela ubaba uShaka. Budget policies.
Thank you so much, Councillor Ngo. The report has been duly approved or adopted by the council. Thank you so much. We now move to the next item, which is item 10.7. Report on the 2023-24 tariffs of charges.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, this item, which is a report on the 2023-2024 tariffs of charges, we start from page 883 to 912. Speaker, I won't dwell much on this item. Remember, I've just spoken now about that. We've agreed that our tariffs will go up by 5%. But Speaker, I just want to draw the attention of Council that the charges that would be affected is the refuse tariffs and also the hiring of halls, the advertising signs, the building plans, the enforcement, the retaining wall, the drainage fee, the relaxation, the rezoning, subdivision, and also on the cemeteries. So, Speaker, all these tariffs that are tabled here, those are the tariffs that you'll be using in the coming financial year. So they are tabled here, this report, for this council to adopt. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands. Councillors, Councillor Moore.
Angibonge ngibingelele kuwena speaker, ngibingelele uMameya, ngibingelele ubaba uCouncillor uZwide, ngibingelele uDeputy Mayor, uCouncillor Whip, MM, Kabazela officials, uCouncillor wakosa wethu, ngikhuleke emakhosini, ngibingelele nezivakashi zethu. Speaker, ngisukuma nokucela i-Council to approve 2023-2024 charges for property rates and other services.
Thank you, Councillor Ngong. Any second up? Councillor Song.
Approve 2024 tariff of charges for property rates and other services in government.
Councillor, your report has been duly approved by Council. We now move to item 10.8, report on the environment exceeding 100,000 as per section 6.3 policy. What do you wish?
Thank you, Speaker. This item, which is an item on the environment, remember I just spoke about the environment policy now, just on the previous item. Environment is a process of transferring an approved budgetary provision from one operating line item within a vote during a municipal financial year. So local should move money from one item to another. It has in a simple term. So here, the Speaker, this request. Remember that Section 6.3 of the Municipal Environment Policy stipulates that if the amount exceeds 100,000, the transfer may be authorized by the Executive Committee of Council on the recommendation of the municipal manager. So the request is as a result of items that were initially budgeted under operational expenditure. And it has become clear that there is, in fact, an asset project. So that's why we are saying we would like to move this fund from operational line to capital expenditure. So page 914, Speaker, talk about those two environment that we are requesting this council to approve to be moved, which is 2 million from LED grant management, moving to construction of high-class market stalls, and also 1 million from LED grant project management to construction of high-class market stalls. So it's a total of 3 million, this environment. So this item is here for this council to approve. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I now invite hands from councillors to propose the approval of the report. Councillor Mzoleni.
Sinothe i-report ye-environment fund njengoba isetshenziswa ngiyabonga.
Thank you, Councillor Mzoleni. Seconder, Councillor Ngong. Thank you so much, Councillor Ngongo. The report has been duly by Council. We now move to item 10.9, which is the report on procurement plan for 2023-24 financial year. Over to you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. The next item, which is the report of the procurement plan 2023-2024. Amakhansela-ke azokhumbula nabodaba ezitha ukuthi njalo ifuselza i-budget. Fike siyenze i-document, siyenze i-SDB, sibuke ukuthi izokwenzeka siphi isikhathi, and then bese kuba khona into ekuthiwa i-procurement plan. Ukuthi-ke mengabe kudingeka lento ithengwe, izothengwa nini? Noma mengabe kudingeka umuntu ozoyenza, izokwenzeka nini? Kuze lapha ku-procurement plan kuvele ukuthi into ethize izo-advertiswa nini, ivale nini, u-service provider abe khona nini emasayithini. So this is the procurement plan that we are talking about, which was tabled in our strategic planning by SCM manager, Mr. Ndlovu. So this is the plan that we are tabling here to this council for approval. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors to propose the noting and approval of the report. Councillor Ngong.
Opinion Ngong, Speaker, Isukuma Noctel Council to approve the procurement plan for the forthcoming year 2023 and 2024.
Thank you, Councillor Ngong. Any seconder? Councillor Zato.
And approve the procurement plan for forthcoming year 2023-2024.
Sabonga, Councillor Ngong. We now, Councillor Zata, we now move to item 10.10, which is the report on the review of community bursary and out-of-pocket expenses policies. Over to you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. This item, which is the review of the community bursary and out-of-pocket expenses policy. Speaker, I won't dwell much on this one also. Ngenxa ukuthi sakhuluma futhi kakhulu in length nge-community bursary. Ekutheni mhlambe kuyafuna ekutheni kube khona i-amendment ku-policy. Lamakhansela avumelana ekutheni labantwana mhlambe kuyafuna babonakale bewu-assista umasipala. Mhlambe kube ne-clause la sizobabona khona bezosiza baphinde basize nabantwana abakhona njengabantu abasha mhlambe mengabe kuvalwe izikole. So we have agreed ke kuleya session that mhlambe kubalulekile ekutheni labantwana kube ne-session la sohlala khona nabo mhlambe ekutheni ungabi nje abantwana esothi mengabe sesibakhokhela ibhasari saqeda bese bevesane bebaleka futhi bayo-assista kwezinye iy'ndawo nakwamanye umasipala. Sibabone bekhona la besiza. Bazi futhi babe ama-ambassador ethu even kwabanye abantwana ekutheni ngempela le bhasari esikhuluma ngayo ikhona futhi bakhona abantwana basizayo. So it is with that background, Speaker, that we are bringing this policy, putting the amendment on this policy in terms of monitoring and mentoring yalabantwana esibakhokhela. This is a full bursary. Ngiyakhumbula nje, Speaker, ukuthi kwazi kwakhulunywa nangokuthi labantwana sifike sumasipala siba-assiste bafunde baqede even sebe-graduate abasimeli. Abasibhaleli even iphepha lokuthi awu siyabonga ekutheni namhlanje ngisifundiswa ngiphethe le degree ngenxa yomasipala abasibhaleli ngisho iphepha. So we need to put more close monitoring in terms of labantwana asistayo. So it is with that background we have agreed with council. So also speak on the issue of the out of pocket expenses. We have agreed that we put 50 rand on the sitting allowance for our ward committee that we spoke about. But we also spoke about the sitting allowance ngokwepolicy yethu ikhuluma ngokuhlala ku-ward committee. Hence ikhona my ward committee kwesisikhathi for an example umthetho uthi if we are assessing managers, HOD, especially on the MM side, there should be a ward committee doing assessment as well. Councillors in this past financial year, we have also trained 4 ward committees in performance management system. So that make a big assessment, they will understand. Because remember, the ward committee marshal, they just came in 2021. So we have 4 ward committees that they were trained in the performance management system. So those ward committees, when they are called, HOD, so they should be an out of pocket, which was not accommodated in our policy. So it is with that background that we are amending this policy. So these 2 policies, they are here as on this amendment for this council to approve. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors to propose the adoption of the policies. Councillor Anson.
Okay, somlomo sohlekile. Ngicela ukuphakama somlomo ukuthi ngincane council that approve the reviewed community bursary policy and policy on out-of-pocket expenses. Ngiphinde ngenze le emphasis nameya enhle kakhulu eshilo ngoba sakhuluma sagxila kuyona ukuthi abantwana bethu laba esibafundisayo ngothando lwemfundo ephakanyiswa neqhakanyiswa kakhulu uhulumeni wethu fanele sibone sibaqala beze bayegcinile. So kuyofanele sibambe ngezandla zombili siphinde sibabone ukuthi sikhulume ngale ekuthiwa good story to tell la esibabona sebeyothwesa khona iziko. Ngaleyo ndlela mameya cishe kuchaze kahle kakhulu ngibonge somlomo sohlekile.
Thank you, Nomdai. Any seconder? Councillor Madina.
Angibonge Speaker. Ngiphakama nokuthi ngisekele ukhansela so nangendlela sebeke ngayo
Thank you so much. The 2 policies have been duly adopted by Council. We now move to item 10.3, which is the report on the 2023-24 organizational structure. Over to you, Worship.
Thank you, Speaker. The next report is a report on the 2023-2024 organizational structure, which is known as the organogram. Speaker, this report also, I won't dwell much on it. We have deliberated on the organogram issue on the strategic planning, which is our organizational structure that we'll be using. Speaker, we even say, so asikwazi kahle ukuba nama position amasha njengamanje because our employee related cost is too high. So that's why we are looking very close on the issue of the organizational structure yet. So, but we have also agreed on 2 positions on the asset unit. We have deliberated on that, but we have also agreed that kwamanye unit angeke sizikwazi ukuthi sibe nama position because we're looking on the issue of imali esinayo, our employee-related cost. So, Speaker, that's why we are here to table this report. And also remember, there were change in position, like on an IPD, on there was a change in position. Ngenxa yokuthi ku-build lapha kwi-leya unit yaka-building inspectorate amakhansela ekhala kakhulu lapha eThekwini iyafuna leya unit ukuthi ibhifakwe. So remember, there was change of name in terms of the kuleya unit. So it is with that reasoning and background, Speaker, that we are tabling the organizational structure today to this council to note and also to adopt as the adopted document for the year 2023-2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors opposing the adoption. Councillor Shah.
Ngibonge Speaker. Ngiphakama Speaker nokucela i-council ukuthi siyinote i-report ebese siya-adopta organizational structure for 2023-2024. Yabo.
Thank you, Councillor Shange. Any seconder? Councillor Ngcobo.
Ngiphinde ngibonge Speaker ngisukuma nosekela umhlonishwa uMhlanga.
Thank you so much. We now move to the next item, which is item 10.12, report on the reviewed budget-related human resources policies for the year 2023-24. Over to you, Roger.
Thank you. The next item is the report on the review of budget-related human resource policy for the year 2023-2024. This item starts from page 979 to 980. Speaker, also this item we deliberated as this council on it. Remember, this item is triggered by the increase which was approved by this council, which was approved by the bargaining council of 5.4% increase. Starting from the 1st of July 2024 on all employees that are on bargaining council. So this item, the policies that will be reviewed is overtime. Remember, the overtime will have an additional of 5.4%, the standby allowance, the policy on acting position, and also the staff skills policy. So there will be a change on those policies because of this addition that we are speaking about. So, Speaker, these policies are here as a reviewed policy for this council to adopt. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from the councillors to propose the adoption. Councillor Mbala.
Thank you so much. Ngiphakama nomnyango kansela yokuba si-adopte ipolicy njengoba isithethe.
Any seconder? Councillor Ngcobo.
Ngibonge Speaker ngisukuma nokweseka umhlonishwa ukuthi.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The report has been duly adopted by Council. We now move to item 10.13, which is on the supplementary agenda. The report on appointment of the service provider on the 10-key strategy to source funding for the electrification under the massification program. What you, Your Worship?
right, thank you, Speaker. This item, which is our last item on our supplementary. Speaker, the item iqhamuka ngokuthi ngikathi sikhuluma ngalama project when we were moving around kuma road shows kuma community engagement izimbizo kunama communities ke angabe but hayi asiveli thina nathi sele gesi noma ama connection ethu esinawo mancane ngiyazi nje kaNokweja babe nalento mancane sine backlog eningi. So we have set as in the municipal leadership and with the management and said how best can we do ekutheni mhlambe sikwazi ukuthi lama communities ethu asizakala. Remember, any dosifisayo as this municipality is that see the target of 100% coverage. Ngiyazi-ke ukuthi i-Oxted ishaya isifuba coverage. But that's why we are tabling, Speaker, this item with this council, that we appoint a service provider on a turnkey strategy to source funding on behalf of the municipality under the Emancipation Program. Remember also, amakhansela akhumbule ukuthi sine panel esinayo implementing agent on UBuhlebezwe, consultant, electrical consultant. So that's why we are saying we are here to ask this council to approve the appointment of the service provider from the panel of electrical consultants on a turnkey strategy, and also to appoint the service provider to source funds from the Emancipation Program on behalf of the municipality. And also that this council to condone the deviation from normal supply chain management process to appoint a service provider from the panel of electrical consultants to source and implement project in a turnkey strategy. And also that the municipality, once received the fund, notify the council for prioritization. But councillors now, based on our backlog, sinazo number whereby ama-ward is a benefit when we get this fund, which is your Ward 6 with 400 connection, your Ward 10 with 250 connection, your Ward 14 with 240 connection, Ward 11 and 12 with 350 connection, Ward 8, 5 and 9 with 250 connection, Ward 4 dependent on housing project. Remember, Sinama housing project also was a Ward 4. That's why it's got 1,400 connection. In total, that we are saying this service provider should a source fund of 2,890 connection that we are asking this service provider to have. So it is with that background, Speaker, siyafisa ekutheni abantu bakithi ba connected. So thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you so much, Your Worship. I now invite hands from councillors. Councillor Muhlebezwe.
Consultant on the turnkey strategy. Sibonge nokuthi kukhona amawadi azohlomule njengoba umama esewathembisile ngabo.
Siyabonga, Councillor Muhlebezwe. Any seconder? Councillor Ncane.
Ngibonge Speaker. Ngiphakama nokusekela ukhansela uMzolweni.
Thank you. Councillor Ncane.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, isicelo esimanga, Speaker, uMam uhlezimkhuluma ngayo. Masine-problem nje, actually sinenkinga ukuthi yonke into eyinkinga kagesi kumele sibike ku-ward council. I
Thanks, Speaker. Mhlawumbe ngiyafuna ukisho ukuthi when we do electrification, noma ngabe siyawenza ama-connection, but once siwaqedile siwa-hand over ku-Eskom, because we don't have i-license yokuhandlisha ugesi. So once we hand over to Eskom i-project, lokho kuchaza ukuthi i-maintenance yawo nokulungiswa kwawo ku-Eskom. So u-Eskom ke u-treat each and every customer individual. However, uthola ukuthi ngenxa yokuhlupha kagesi, ngenxa yenyoka ezikhona ekuhlaleni, ama-communities agcina esecela amakhansela ekutheni, even nami akangifonela amakhansela. Amakhansela ngike ngareporta la ukuthi sike saba ne-problem futhi yokuthi u-Eskom uphucwa imoto. And u-Eskom ufuna ukukhasha amaphoyisa mengabiya lapha. And amaphoyisa, they are too stretched. And we end up assisting them as the municipality ekutheni ayolungisela abantu ugesi. So I think it is with that background ekutheni u-Eskom wasinikela ekutheni akasezokwazi ukuya kolungisa ugesi ngoba i-technician ithi isaphezulu esiqongeni. Kube khona abantu abayikhombayo sekuphucwe iy'moto eziwu-5. So that's why Eskom engabe yosiza, especially kulamawadi angala ngase-Highlands. Ngiyafuna ukusho lokho. Your Ward 12, your Ward 13, your Ward 14, your Ward 6, your Ward 7, your Ward 8, your Ward 9, your Ward 5. Those are my water affected kakhulu. Yes. That their information is from Eskom. And I've reported this matter to the council. So the ingakho ama communities report a council ngoba ama-councillor ayabalanda ku-Eskom. Get beef up kuma-communities or ku-security cluster, and then bawulanda u-Eskom bahambe bayosiza bagade ekutheni ungarojwa ulungise. That's why ke ubona mhlambe councillor ama-calls eya ku-one councillor. That's why kwenzeka lokho. But ke nje nami nje ama-communities ake angifonele, and then si-assist nawe council unga-assista lo assista khona ekutheni ulande u-Eskom, because we are all councillors. I thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor or Councillor John.
Ngibonga kakhulu Speaker ukambi. Ngikubingelele kusemthethweni. Umama uhloniphekile uMayor. Ubaba wethu Mkhize kanye nama-officials wonke ahamba nawo. Ngibingelele no-Deputy Mayor wethu. Kanjalo nama-Eskomers esenawo, ukhansela wethu uhloniphekile, amakhosi asedlulisi kuwona, kanjalo-ke nezihambeli zethu zonke hloniphekile, ngiyabingelela. Cha, okwami nje akusuka kude kakhulu, Speaker uhloniphekile, ukuthi nje emangabe kunenxeba lihlezi lizophipha usuku nosuku. Ngiyathanda kakhulu-ke uma sesifika kule kagesi ngoba njengamanje siyaphipha suka-10 ngohlelo lokuthi kuyatholakala ukuthi uyayicacisa uMayor ukuthi uhloniphekile ihle kakhulu ukuthi uma-ke sokwenziwa ugesi uyake u-hand over ku-Eskom. But isele leya ndawo yokuthi izakhamizi zethu akufanele sizidedele no-Eskom ukuthi akasase ezivictimize ngale ndlela ekwenzeka ngakhona, ngoba sike sayibeka siseThekwini le ndaba ukuthi njengamanje ku-10 izakhamizi siyavuma ukuthi ugesi ukufanele asebenzanga kahle khona. Kodwa-ke side kakhulu isikhathi singawu 8 months, noma ngabe uyayishaya ingane yakho uyishayela uyibulala mayicala. ngiqonda ukuthi-ke sile counselling ngisaphinda futhi ngisacelela ukuthi bekufanele ukuthi laba bantu-ke manje ake sibavikele ku-Eskom ngoba njengamanje njengoba ngihlezi nalo uma kungakhona nje uphuma nemnyango engibuza ukuthi khansela nenzani ngalolu hlelo kumanje olusixhane kangaka njengamakhansela kufanele aphendule umkhandlu njengama-leaders. Impendulo izothi asazi nathi silebe ku-Eskom. If ungatholakala ukuthi u-Eskom-ke manje akenzi ihlelo akenzi lutho sizothola sisenkingeni enkulu ukuthi umphakathi wethu asikwazi ukuvikela. Ngisaphinda ngisacela ukuthi njengamanje bengifisa ukuthi le council senze okuthile ukuze sazi ukuthi njengamanje u-Eskom yini azolandela yini azoyenza bese sibanayo futhi time frame uzoyenza nini uma sibuyela emuva emphakathini sikwazi ukukhuluma ukuthi u-Eskom uzolungisa ugesi wabo osohlala 8 months.
Thank you, Councillor John.
Thank you, Speaker. I think the matter sakhuluma ngayo kakhulu futhi mhlawumbe ngiyafuna futhi uku-highlight ukuthi this is an Eskom matter and we have said it to Eskom and we spoke about it and then Eskom wasesichazela ekutheni ithini process mhlawumbe ngiyiphinde emakhansela process and invited guest. The process ithi if i-transformer ifeyila because i-transformer into eyenzakalayo mengabe ifeyila bayahamba bayoyilungisa iphinde ifeyila if it failed for the 4th time because mayifeyila ukuthi bathi befika nje e-office noma ngakusasa seyiphinde futhi kuthiwa iwile into abayenzayo by-isolate okokuqala lo transform bese benza into ekuthiwa i-audit i-audit yokuthi babone ukuthi njengoba bepredicta ukuthi la if le transformer ifeed abantu abawu-100 abawu-80 babo abawukhokhela ugesi bawurobile ikhokhelwa abawu-20 so bazohamba-ke manje bayafuna ukwazi ukuthi wobani lo 80 bangena umuzi nomuzi benze lento ekuthiwa i-audit bese kuvunyelwane ukuthi hhayi laba abantu abangawukhokhi ugesi then u-Eskom une-penalty ka-6,052 rand mengabe urobe ugesi ekumele ukhokhe before bathi reconnected. Remember-ke ukuthi la ugesi lo ofakwe emakhaya ufakwa njenge-project menikhumbula kahle just ama-connection thola ukuthi it was a project of 200, it was a project of 100, it was a project of whatever amount ongeyona individual so into abayenzayo basebethi laphaya ka-10 sifisa ongenani-ke lo 8 ongakhokhi ukhokhe u-50% which is 3,000 of the 6,000 so that isobuya sokhokhela because asikwazi manje ukuphinde sikhande the transform asinayo imali kusho njalo wescom because that's why embizweni makhansela bengi-emphasize ngithi kuma-communities ngiyafisa siyikhulume iqiniso. Even today I even say asiphumeni siyonqanqa umphakathi ekutheni iwakhokhela ama-services because mengabe sikhuluma nge-victimizer if we are using that word of victimizing angazi-ke ukuthi iliphi igama esingalisebenzile if ugesi untshontsho abantu bengawukhokheli kodwa bebefuna ukhaya because thina as leaders omunye umsebenzi wethu is to teach our communities to pay our services. Isensathi kwimbizo okungawukhokhela ugesi ube lo gesi wafakwa mahala ulungiswa mahala mengabe ku-fit transformer mengabe ku-shift fuse uzolungiswa mahala kodwa sihluleke ukuthi sinxenxe ama-communities ethu ukuthi awakhokhe phela so that i-service izoqhubeka. So basibenza ubulungiswa sifana nomuntu othi imoto ayihambi kodwa bengawufaki ipetrol. Ngoba mesisodwa kufanele sikhulumele iqiniso so that izinto zizokwenzeka. So ama-communities ase-Ward 10, they need to pay uShodrack Eskom. Speaker and the leadership was there in the meeting and the management. MM was there, Mr. Finance was there. We tried to put this school back to Eskom. They must pay us at least 50% and then we'll cover in pocket so that is why we do. As now, I'm transfer. Then, Eskom is another institution. Because just couldn't have a load shedding. Is that mighty? Very integrated diesel. What the previous logo tea? Song engines, the as when the load shedding. It's just because as full of your kuluma, it creates our communities. It's because communities are not paying and then infrastructure here damaged and we cannot be able to maintain infrastructure. Mega it's kuluma. It is true. If we are not politicizing the issue of the electricity. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Councillor Jali, you've spoken on this issue. I'm not going to allow you to speak again. I think you've had your question, and your question has been responded. So in terms of the rules and orders, you can't speak on the same item twice. So unfortunately, I can't allow you. Ma'am, thank you very much. You are now excused. Thank you so much. We deferred item number 8, which are the announcements at the beginning of our meeting. I'm now going to revert back to item number 8 and allow MM to give us announcements.
Thank you, Councillor Somlomo. Our announcements engifisa ukwenza manje athi sonke siyacelwa by uMayor noSpeaker ukuthi from here sizosebenzisa ukuphuma la kuthiwa kwa-left kunendlela yokuphuma engale ngemuva. We're going to use that cross to Commercial Street, then cross Amazokotini. Abantwana will lead us to a place called Morning View. We go past the primary school and you take left. Easily ngapesheya kwakho. Ngiya-advise mhlawumbe kwamanje singaphumi ingaba, but the law enforcement agencies will be assisting us to get there. But please, then we give this other time so that you also have it we make chaos on the time, so we don't want to expose you. It has for now, it is clear. Thank you. Announcement.
Thank you. MM, we'll now come to the end of our. I don't know. So thank you very much, MM. We've now come to the end of our council meeting. I'm now going to hand back over to Council Whip.